Hi, and thank you for tuning to the Fight Zone podcast. I'm Seth, and in this episode I talk with historically the first IMMAF gold medalist from French Polynesia. Hiro Lemaire is president of Polynesian Combo Sport Federation. He is super heavyweight IMMAF Oceania Open 2020 champion, and last but not least, he is part of the best singing team at IMMAF Oceania. Hiro leads by the example, being president of Polynesian Combo Sport Federation, and knows will be an active athlete, winning the gold in super heavyweight division in IMMAF Oceania Open 2020 in Gold Coast at the age of 44. Follow Federation of Polynesian Mixed Martial Arts in Facebook, FPLAGDA, and web www.lutte-jjb-mma-tahiti.com. It was quite of making this episode with a time difference of 20 hours between Australia and Tahiti. Big merci to Hiro for securing translator to help us overcome the language barrier caused by my French, which I don't speak, so I don't speak French.
Why do we fight? To protect home and family. To preserve balance and bring harmony. For our kind, the true question is, what is worth fighting for? The Fight is All podcast.
Here we go. We're on. Well, first of all, thank you for taking the time. It was a bit hard to. It's really awkward that like 20 hours difference. That's far.
What's time here? There.
Here it's 9 o'clock in the morning, Saturday.
9 o'clock. Okay. You live Gold Coast or the?
I live at the Gold Coast, yeah.
Okay.
Where the competition was. Alrighty, to give it a start, can you tell me your story in combat sports, how you start training, why, and how that lead you to the competition here in the Gold Coast?
I started the what do you say? The first time the boxing about 30 years ago. I'm the what do you say the South Pacific Championship for boxing, and the first time I go to the MMA is 2012 in New Zealand, and with the IMMAF to recognize for my federation, and I want to what do you say experience for MMA.
All right, how is the MMA scene in French Polynesia? You're kind of in the middle of the earth. Like nothing is. I thought like Australia is far from everything, but just before we talk, I was looking where it is because I have read books, but I have never really seen on map. And you're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
So how are you? That's really far from everywhere else. How are you guys doing with trainings there? Like how actually MMA is starting? That's very interesting for me.
I say with my translate because I don't too really understand. Can you repeat, please, your question?
Yeah, my question is how MMA started Tahiti, the sport of MMA.
Comment le MMA a commencé à Tahiti?
Ah, il start, what did he say, en même temps, c'est comment ça? The same time of from the Jiu-Jitsu, in 1992, And when the first UFC started, USA, but you know the law, the French is not organized the MMA.
Yeah, they actually just recently allowed MMA to be a legal sport in France. They have like long time was resisting of recognition of MMA as a sport. It was banned recently. I think now they have like they allowed it, and now like they established MMA Federation in France, but it was long time it was actually illegal.
Oui, ça fait longtemps qu'en France c'était illégal. Ils
Yeah.
viennent juste de faire.
Yes, yes, for the first time with Tahiti, the French Polynesia.
The same.
The same.
French Polynesia is considered like French territory, so you're under the French law.
Yes, it's the territory for French, but they have the different law because they have autonomy.
Okay.
They have government. They have the president, the ministry. Is very different for law of the French law.
Okay. I kind of get it now. So it's kind of Australia is a bit similar with the British, not because there was a British colony, but now they're like kind of independence or something like this.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. You say jiu-jitsu. Who brought jiu-jitsu in Tahiti?
Qui c'est quand même le judo à Tahiti?
Oh, the first time, this is my cousin. He's go to the Hawaii for training with the Relson Gracie at the 91. He started jiu-jitsu Hawaii about 3 months, and we come to Huahine for learn the jiu-jitsu. And I have the brown jiu-jitsu.
Brown belt?
Yeah, brown belt. And I have, what do you say, two medal, gold medal for Pan America, for blue and belt, blue and comment on dit move? Purple. And I'm World Championships for Master for purple belt too, and for IBJJF, huh? And for SGGF, I have a World Championship for brown belt.
Oh, beautiful! It means it's not only your boxing, you're pretty decent on the ground, I guess. I couldn't see that on here on Oceania because you finish your opponent. I think it was from New Zealand. You win by KO. So I couldn't see your ground game, but yeah, that's cool. We'll be looking towards it. Oh wow! So it means kind of your family brought because in Hawaii they have pretty strong MMA scene, don't they? They produce all the fighters, BJ Penn before, now Max Holloway. So for some reason they develop MMA on really good level. So you guys are kind of like train with them.
En fait, à Hawaï, il y a beaucoup de champions là-bas. Voilà. Et comme ton cousin il est parti là-bas, donc ça a bien développé ici.
Yeah. Yes. They have for French Polynesia about three guys for MMA Pro, Ari Burns, Hedy Dudes, and one girl, Honey Flo. She's a good for MMA Pro too, from Tahiti.
Oh, beautiful! That's really awesome. do you guys have many teams there? Do you have several teams? I just read about it. It's like about 12,000 people, so it's not that small. So like, how many MMA teams you have there?
Just MMA, about 10 association, the team. And for my federation, they have about 200 for MMA and 600 for wrestling and jiu-jitsu guy.
How's the wrestling there? Do you guys have good wrestling?
Oh yeah, they have the gold medal for Oceania Championship for my team, and I started about 5 years ago the wrestling, and yes, what do you say, the wrestler there is not very far for New Zealand and Australia for wrestling.
Well, I'm Bulgarian, so wrestling is very traditional thing back home, and yeah, wrestling scene is not really developed here in Australia, but yeah, they're doing good in the other sports. So like, I think that the reason on this region is because rugby is very big, and it takes many of the strong guys getting into rugby. So probably that's why not so much people left for doing wrestling, because most of the tough guys are actually going to do rugby.
Les balaises, ils vont faire du rugby au lieu d'aller faire du wrestling.
Yes. Maybe a long time ago, the what do you say, the Maori, this is the guys of the Pacific name, and the Maori is forbidden for what do you say, practice the arm martial, and maybe maybe never what do you say, pas beaucoup. Not much of the guy go to the wrestling or boxing. Many guys go to the soccer and the rugby. And Tahiti is the good for sports is canoe, va'a, the best of the world.
Oh, you're good in rowing?
Yeah.
Well, you should be. You're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
You should be good in that to get anywhere. Oh,
because the onset, he can go, huh? Ancestor, he go to the New Zealand, Hawaii, Rapa Nui.
They travel to New Zealand. Man, that's 6,000 kilometers on the boat. Well, you have to be good in rowing, I reckon that.
Yeah.
What are the so you mentioned ancestors, and I like history. What are the traditional martial arts like? So I know like every country I saw like in Bulgaria, like it's wrestling is a traditional martial art. So what are the traditional martial arts of the people in Tahiti, of the warriors there?
The traditional martial arts, the name is the Maona. The Maona is Maona. Yeah, it is wrestling, and sometimes it is wrestling. What do you say? Regular, huh? C'est quoi? Rules. Is the wrestling rules, and sometimes the MMA rules. For the Maona, yeah.
So kind of MMA is like close to your traditional martial art?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So you practically can now you can actually apply your traditional techniques in the sport, in the new sport of MMA.
Yeah. The same for Hawaii and New Zealand. They have the traditional amateur art.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
I have a lot of friends from New Zealand, and they strong warriors culture there, and that's why I'm interested by just by historical point of view of how these traditional martial arts of the ancient warriors now transfer into the modern sport. It's really interesting.
Ça, il dit qu'il est parti voir ça en Nouvelle-Zélande pour les miens.
Ouais. Et il voit, il sait qu'en Nouvelle-Zélande, il y en a aussi.
What are you doing outside the sport?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais à part le sport, en dehors du sport? Quoi, ton travail, il faut work?
But for my work,
Yeah.
I'm the what do you say?
For the city hall.
I work the city hall, and from Huahine. This is a different island for Tahiti. I'm about 30 minutes for plane. Come to my island, and my island they have 6,000 people.
Is that the? I was looking at the map. Is that the small island which is north from Tahiti?
That's
The
Morea, maybe.
north of Fort Tahiti. My island, maybe the south. South.
Maybe so. Okay, okay. So down.
Yeah.
Il y a combien d'îles en Polynésie?
Okay, and they have 115 islands in French Polynesia.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Tahiti, the big island.
And the Tahiti, the big island, and about 300,000 people.
And Red is also the tallest island. I mean, like they have high mountains there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the French Polynesia, this is the same area for European in size.
Oh wow. Well, that's cool. So if I have if I'm European citizen, so if I'm a citizen of European Union, can I come to Tahiti without visa?
Europe.
Europe, no, it's not need the visa. The guy from the Europe can come to easy for French Polynesia.
Oh, cool. Okay. So now Tahiti goes in my bucket list. I have to go there. when you made IMMAF in Tahiti, I'll come.
All right, no problem. When you come to Tahiti, phone me.
Oh, for sure, man. Like I remember I know Tahiti since kid, and I was reading books, and it was always like these stories about pirates and stuff. You know that's what my association for Tahiti is about, pirates and these adventurous stuff from the books back home.
And you surf too?
Hmm?
You surf? You do surfing?
Not really, man. I'm really bad in swimming.
Okay.
I swim slightly better than a nail. You know, when you drop nail in water, it goes like straight down. I go with a bit of trajectory, but still in the same direction.
I did it.
Ito.
Man. Because every time there you go to sea for fishing, surfing. If you don't know the swimming, you had the deaf guy come.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll get someone with me, you know, someone to protect me. Yeah, I can keep myself over the water, but not really. I'm not really good in swimming, which is shame because I grew up near the sea. I grew up on the Black Sea in Bulgaria, but it just I don't know. I really like the hard surface under my feet. I'm ground guy.
Et tout dans la bro?
Lui, il habite pas loin de la mer.
Okay. No far.
How are you guys dealing with the current situation in the world in the lockdown? Do you guys keep training in the gym, or now you have to train like home with the
Avec
virus?
le corona. Comment vous faites vos entraînements?
Yeah, the same for you. Training the home at home. Just Tabata boxing for the comment on appelle ça de boxe? Bed, sunbed.
Yeah,
And
I think
well, yes.
I think after this lockdown, everyone will be in better condition now because everyone is like healing injuries, training hard on conditioning. Everyone will get stronger and faster after the lockdown. Not so technical, but stronger and faster.
Yeah.
I was talking with a friend of mine. He's coaching in Australia. And now what happens with the coaches is now coaches train more than they train when they normally do, because now as a coach I'm making a lot of videos for my guys like home training, and now I train every day. Before I'm going to the gym, coach them, but I don't train so much. Now I train more than I train normally.
Comme il a plus de temps.
Okay, yeah.
Il entraîne plus par jour.
Okay. You're training trainer, c'est ça? Okay,
Yeah, I'm coach. Yeah.
Coach.
Yes.
For Australia team or for your team?
I have my team. I also help with the Australian team, but I have my team as well.
Okay. Okay. Because it's my island, they have five association and 3 to practice the MMA.
Oh, okay. I have my team. Obviously, I'm here in Australia, but I also have my students who keep teaching, and we're the same team back in Bulgaria, in Europe. So yeah, we're kind of affiliation. And I have a couple of guys, you know, who I work with in Albania, also in Mexico. But in Mexico, we don't because I was working in Mexico as a coach for a while. So yeah, I work with a couple of guys with affiliation as well.
This is your work, the coach?
I have other work as well, because it's very hard, you know, to make living from only from coaching. So I have day job as well.
Ok. Et juste s'entraîner, quoi.
Non, il travaille aussi la journée. Parce qu'il ne peut pas gagner de l'argent.
And you have a passport Australia?
I'm permanent resident in Australia. I still don't have Australian passport, but I should apply this year. Normally for Australian passport, I should have it.
Ok.
Étudiant, ouais. Et il doit avoir ça cette année. Il va avoir son passeport.
Ok, good. Good. Yeah, man.
What's the weather now in Tahiti? I read that like you supposed to get out from the rain season recently, don't you?
Rainy season. Saison des pluies. En décembre.
No, it's what do you say? Qu'on appelle ça saison sèche? Sec?
Dry.
To dry? Dry
season.
Dry season.
Because the rainy season is December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cold season is in July.
And the cold season in July.
All right. I think it's similar to Australia.
Yes,
because Europe is opposite. Yeah. I'm always confused. It's very hard, like here in Australia when it's Christmas, it's terribly hot, and I'm not used to this. Christmas have to be snow. And opposite, when everyone is going to the beach back home, here is cold. Strange.
Tu disais, il fait chaud.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, d'accord, il fait chaud.
Où là, en Australie? Non? En juillet?
Non, en décembre.
En décembre, ok. Ah, décembre ici?
Ah, c'est ce qu'il a dit.
Ok, yeah.
Yeah. Your video of you guys singing Team French Polynesia, right? It's the most watched video on Australian Federation page ever. You have 12,000 people watch that.
What?
12,000, yeah.
He's a star.
Ah, the star, when it comes, it's... and my coach, he want to fight for Oceania Championship last year in New Zealand. The guy, he's seen. He want to fight the MMA too.
He sees good, man. That was a good song.
Yeah. À combien de vues déjà?
12 000.
12 000 vues, yeah. Yeah.
So it's your coach singing.
Yeah.
You
and
there.
This is my
partner.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, you're there as well. So there are three of you. Him singing, and you're next to him on the video.
Voilà. Il y avait toi, il y avait Henri.
Yeah.
He did, but the guy, he was Henri Ben.
The guy, this is Henri Ben. This is the professional MMA.
Okay, for professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
He's training with Sekabi boxing in New Zealand.
Okay.
City kickboxing.
City kickboxing, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
with
good gym.
Israel. Yeah.
It's really good gym. Oh, so you're gaining I think they was rewarded as the best gym or like the best development for the last year, don't they?
Yes,
from UFC.
Yes. For UFC.
Yeah. Well, they're doing good. Alex Vukanovski trains there as well. Yeah, good fighters.
Yeah.
How you see the sports scene develop after the lockdown is over? What's your prediction?
Comment tu vois le développement du MMA après le confinement? Qu'est-ce que vous avez comme projet?
I worked with for French Federation with what you say, Amusu. You know Amusu?
I don't know him personally. I know who he is. Yeah.
With him for help me for development for my federation, because I president for my federation in French Polynesia.
Oh, you're the president?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what the work falls to you? Compete? You have to do all administrative stuff?
Yes.
One day you will be legend.
This is the history for the IMMAF history. The first time for one president championship for for competition.
Well, you're historically the first gold medalist from French Polynesia.
Yeah.
And you're the president of the federation as well. That's legendary, man. And that's a good president. So you cannot argue with president who is a super heavyweight Oceania champion.
Yeah. Because I have many French president for other sports. He say me, hey, you're stupid. You're old. You don't can to go to the competition. I go, hey, why not? Maybe my body is old, but my mind is very young.
How old are you?
42.
42.
Oh, no, 44. 44.
Good, you, man. You did good. You did really good.
Yeah. It's the same age for Emelianko Fedor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fedor, he's continues the competition.
Yeah, well, me as a Sambo guy, I'm kind of not really fan of him competing at that age because for my sport, he's a legend, and I don't want to see him losing because when you compete on his level, you compete with very tough guys, and I don't want to see him losing because for our sport, he's the face of the sport, you know, and I don't want to see him competing anymore, to be honest.
Elle aimerait aussi faire la compétition, c'est ça?
Non, je ne veux plus les voir se battre.
Ah, ok.
Il n'a pas envie de les voir perdre.
Qui?
Les vieux, là.
Ah, ok. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think it's easier to compete. I don't know how easy it is, but you can compete longer. I mean, if you're heavyweight compared to if you're lightweight, because if you're lightweight, the game is based to a lot of speed, which with the age kind of falls down.
C'est plus facile de faire les compétitions en heavyweight,
Ouais.
même si t'es plus vieux, que de faire dans les autres catégories.
Yeah. Because the same for big guys, the same you comment on dit ça, mobility.
Yeah.
Parce que it's not same to when you're old guy to fight for a young boy to comment on fait ça, low high.
Low weight, yeah. Low weight.
Not same because it is very speed guys. Yeah.
Yeah, the lightweight game is very fast paced, so it's really fast.
Yeah.
When it's the heavyweight game is more about timing, balance. So there's not. Depends from the style, of course, but it's in general it's not that high speed, so you can have a longer life in the sport.
Yeah. Yes.
Et qu'est-ce que tu penses pour le MMA dans l'avenir?
Ben, I want to finish one more time competition for MMA, and I finish maybe 45 for competition, and I want to what to say for very development for MMA to my island, and from French Polynesia too.
Well, you're doing awesome job, my friend, and I'm really thankful for that. I wish everything goes well, and like after this lockdown is over, we're back to working for the sport, and and doing the good thing. And it's really amazing what you're doing, competing and developing the sport. It's really awesome. It's my admiration to you.
Je t'encourage et je te dis que c'est bien tout ce que tu fais, que tu fais les compétitions, que tu veux développer.
Yes.
How people can follow you in social media and your federation as well, like Instagram, Facebook.
Est-ce que vous n'avez pas un site sur Facebook? Comment les gens peuvent te suivre par fédération?
With my federation, it is a federation.
You have a Facebook page. You have a Facebook page.
Yeah, I have the Facebook page for my federation.
Yeah, well, you're gonna send me the links. I'm gonna put them on a link to the episode, so people can also follow your federation in French Polynesia and you as well. And if you wanna mention someone who help you, if you have sponsors or your coaches, family, before we finish.
Can you repeat, please?
If you want to mention someone, to thank to someone, to mention your coaches, family, or someone before we finish.
Someone? For someone island?
If you want to mention family, to say thank you to family, coaches, or whatever. People who help you.
Okay. Oh yeah, I want to thanks for my president of the association in my federation and my Tam house with my mayor and thanks for ministry sport ministry and the president for my French Polynesia and all guys to help me for development to MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling in French Polynesia. And thank you the IMMAF too, because the IMMAF helped me a lot of and for to recognize the MMA to my island, and for the sponsor too for Tahiti Nui and Tahiti this to help many help for my federation. Yeah.
I want to thank to one more guy. That's your translator who helped me to speak with you.
Yeah, this is my secretary in my federation, and this is my wife too.
Okay. My personal thanks to her for helping us talk. Okay. One last question. What is worth fighting for? What's your reason to fight?
Pourquoi tu veux te battre?
Because they have with my island, he say it is very difficult for fight. Every time he's repeat, it's not difficult. It's just you have if you have a good body, good mind, and when you love to your island, your country, easy to fight. The fear is not. You can't easy to comment laisser. Comment laisser de côté? Pas peur. Leave the fight.
The side.
Leave the side of the fear. comme on dit, ils n'arrivent pas à croire.
They can't believe.
They
They can't believe.
they can't believe for they can't believe, t'arrives pas à croire que on dit déjà.
Mais en français, déjà, c'est quoi?
Hein?
Ils n'arrivent pas à croire quoi?
Ils n'arrivent pas à croire qu'on peut se battre comme ça, quoi.
Mais they can't believe they can fight.
They can't
Like
believe they
this.
can fight to MMA, quoi. Because he's fear for her, for us, for them, and I montré quoi, comment dire montré. I show them for them the way for go to MMA.
Rapport.
If I came to my old age, the young is very easy. This is the reason.
You're leading by example, my friend, and I'm really proud of you. You're doing an awesome job. So, like, I'm really proud that I know you now and I met you, and I hope to see you soon.
Me too. Okay.
Have a good one, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Us.
Us.
This episode happened to be pretty short, but I felt comfortable to push hearing his translated further. As bonus, I post the viral song of Team French Polynesia that stole the part of IMMAF Oceania Open here for you to enjoy.
I dream of sea. She say, oh, this rain is mine. Gonna display and satisfy me. Oh, no matter Tahiti, Hiro Apriatura mauta uore Mana o Atura ba Iwa ora moria Ido fenua Ia ni maia Ido fenua Ido fenua
Thank you for listening to the FISO podcast. Subscribe in your podcast app to receive the next episodes, where I talk with other champions and officials after IMMAF Oceania 2020. Stay strong and stay safe. This episode is brought to you by Tambourine Spring Water. Visit tambourinSprings.com.au or call 0434 952 449 to order your water today. Tambourine Spring Water is a local business situated on Mount Tambourine. Their water is bottled at the source on their 163-meter deep privately owned spring. The spring provides access to a free-flowing underground stream, which is where their premium quality spring water comes from. It then goes through a very strict sediment and UV filtration process to ensure the final product remains both consistent and of brightest quality. It is then bottled and stored until it leaves for the client's home or office. Most water companies in Australia all cart their water from a contractor before being processed and then bottled, which leaves lots of room for contamination and foreign bodies entering the water. In Tambourine Springs, it's a matter of minutes from when the water is extracted from the spring into a bottle, which is then sealed and stored into a cool, dark environment. The spring water is naturally bacteria-free and passes all quality tests prior to filtration. Despite that, Tambourine Springs water have one of the strictest filtration systems, so there is no room for error when it comes to your drinking water. They do not add any chemicals whatsoever to the drinking water. The only thing the filters are doing is removing sand and sediments that comes naturally with the water. The three-stage system is there to ensure no bacteria have found its way into the water. When you purchase your water from Tambourine Spring Water, you know you will receive the best spring water Southeast Queensland has to offer from a local family on a mission to provide the best service and quality. Water companies are often blamed with a good reason for polluting the environment with plastic bottles. This is not the case with Tambourine Spring Water. Your water is delivered to your door in 50 or 20-liter bottles, and your used bottles are collected, disinfected and refilled again, so zero plastic waste goes into the environment. Me and my family are also using Tambourine Springs water way before they decided to sponsor this podcast. By experience, once you drink real spring water for a while, you cannot drink from the sink anymore or any commercial waters from the supermarket because it smells bad and has a bad taste. Ridiculously enough, in Australia you can mix 50% of the water with tap water and label and sell it as spring water. This is not the case with Tambourine Springs water. I personally know the family who owns it, and I have been numerous times in their small factory to see my water being bottled straight from the spring after the filtration process. Majority of my team also purchase their drinking water from Tambourine Springs Water. Find out more at tambourinSprings.com.au or call 0434 952 449 to order your water today.